You have to have a questioning mindset. You always have to try and understand that the data hopefully is clean, but it might not be. And then have the questions of, what is this really telling me? What can I improve? Where do we stand with this information?
You have to have an analytical skill set.
One is, I think, more of like a no-brainer. It's curiosity.
Somebody who understand that data can have different meaning depending on what you're trying to make the data say.
Having understanding of things like statistics, business.
Things are always changing. You're never going to be a true master of your craft if you're not willing to keep seeking out the new technologies and just be content with what was going on today.
The reason it becomes complex is because there's so many nuances with where your journey is going and what can happen. There might be some spots in your reporting that are missing, or there might be some blindsiding from just tracking programs and campaigns.
If we're going to look at revenue, we do need to maybe dig a little bit deeper, especially if we're not robust enough to have that automation or have multi-touch attribution. I think that's the biggest thing, is trying to go fast without really being as intentional.
A lot of the time it's marketing versus sales, when the way companies and teams should see it is really that marketing is a complement to sales.
A lot of times you'll have marketing off doing their thing and sales doing theirs, and that even if you're doing campaigns and all that, sales doesn't know you're doing them or why you're doing them. You didn't even ask, is this relevant to what they're doing?
I just think it's really hard to tie everything together. I feel like we get little tiny pieces, and maybe it's hard at the end to draw things up.
A lot of the work that marketing ops does sits behind the scenes, and it is just inherently several layers removed from pipeline and from revenue, right? Like if you own lead routing, making changes to your lean data system or implementing lean data, you can't say that drove 100% of revenue, even though technically without it, sales wouldn't have gotten any leads. Yeah, I think most marketing teams have been like, hey, we really need multi-touch attribution. Can we set this up? And I say, okay, and we build it out. We look at the data and we're like, all right, this looks good. Or, oh, this needs a little bit of work. Okay, go back and do that.
We just set one up last year. It was very lengthy. There were lots of data models to build out and examples and pilots, but it came with, I'd say my one recommendation for any team who may be looking to do this is work like whatever other counterparts you're working with, get the buy-in early on of why this is also important for them.
No, I haven't. We've always talked about it everywhere I've gone, but we've never gotten to that stage. And it was more about just not having the right mentality internally to put that platform in place.
Reporting outside of Marketo tends to give a more full picture of what's going on. Marketo reporting is good, but it's never going to give you 100% of the information. We are kind of limited to what you can get.
If you are starting out fresh, this is your first time working in this tool or any tool, and you're figuring things out, I would say the first 1 to 2 years, learning how to utilize the reporting inside of the marketing automation tool can be really helpful.
Using a tool like a Domo or a Tableau that provides more intelligence, you're able to kind of get the entire picture.
For the basic reporting, like email reporting, the marketing automation platform is great. You also have some marketing automation platform that provides really detailed information about the performance of a campaign. How many people were generated by campaigns, how many people fill up the form, how many of them were new. So that for detail reporting, that is fine. If you really want to have a higher view of your marketing funnel and your pipeline, then I do think there's a value in using a data visualization tool outside of your marketing automation platform, because it might also leverage data coming from other systems and might provide you a better picture